Hello, good afternoon. My name is Costa, and I'm here today to share with you how can entrepreneurship unleash the value of circularity. I'm here to just grabbing on this word of unleashing. It's really interesting in how in the world today we have a new vocabulary where words have a different meaning, a deeper meaning. We are talking about unleashing, partnerships, communities, collaboration. And this brings us here to Next Lab. When we were designing this partnership, our main goal was to give a new meaning to the word lap, as in a car racing lap, where by the end of the lap, we have tires at the end of their life, in the end of a journey. What we wanted to bring here was, why do journeys need to stop in case of tires? Why can we not have endless journeys? And therefore, why cannot tires have a new lap, a new life? And this is all about Next Lab partnership. It's a partnership that brings the innovation world and brings challenges to all innovators around the world to give new resources and new initiatives to end-of-life tires and its components. That's what we've aimed here. We've tried to bring the development of new products, new services, new technologies with end-of-life tires and their different components. And we decided to do this in an agnostic way. We have no sectorial approach. What we want to bring here is to bring different companies to test real-life markets and new solutions that will foster in the economic at the same time as we protect the environment. We have a motto in Next Lab: tires should not become waste. And we, as main partners, Valor Pneu, the Portuguese entity that manages end-of-life tires, Gana, the global market leader of recycling tires, and BTI, the company that I represent here today, a global innovation consultancy company, expert in circular economy. What we really want to foster here is to unleash the potential of tire components and end-of-life, new applications, new products, new development with all these three components: rubber, steel, and textile. And we are agnostic, as I already said, to sectors, to initiatives, to what will be developed. We are aiming for the sky, if you want to. This is the third year now that we have this partnership. On the first, we've pursued an open innovation program. We've sought for startups with mature solutions in order to bring them to new sectors and to give these materials, rubber, textile, and steel, a new way of living. On the second year, we've understood that we could go a little bit further, and we could bring the development of startups and their innovation journey to corporate partners that had the opportunity to mentor them. And on the third year, we've understood as well that we could go a little bit further, and we could design a tech hub based on end-of-life tires. Focusing on year one, we had 7 different partners from different sectors, from the textile world to retail, construction services, as well as mobility. We've partnered up and we've designed a whole program with different startups, with different solutions to pilot new developments. Within this program, we have developed 5 different pilots, and I'm going to showcase 2 of them with these companies, Genam, Tintex, and Decathlon. Tintex was the innovator here, and on the case that I'm bringing you next, they were also the innovators. And Tintex, it's a textile company. It's a leading innovator company within the textile industry in Portugal, and they looked at tire components, the rubber part of tires of bicycles, and made new products to Decathlon for bicycles. They were closing the lab here in what concerns to bicycles. And Tintex also developed a different product, a different pilot with rubber from tires to develop a coating to different pairs of sneakers and also to Decathlon. And why am I bringing here only the Tintex perspective? Because Tintex is a textile company, and even though we were expecting Tintex to look at the textile component of the tire, Tintex worked with the rubber component. And for us, this is really interesting. And that leads us to some takeaways here, that innovators and also companies are eager for circular economy, are eager to understand which materials can be used in cross value chains. And also that innovators are willing to invest in the development of new solutions that are a little bit away from what their origin is. And this is why on Next Lab partnership on year 2, we have decided to have, besides the Open Innovation Program, an acceleration program, where we would benefit with these pilot partners, where we would benefit less mature startups in developing and guiding them into the development of new products that have this components of end-of-life tires. Decathlon, Pregosa, and Infraestruturas de Portugal were companies that were already in the first year of Next Lab, but on the second year we welcomed TMG Group, which is a leading Portuguese company that works in the automotive sector and also in the textile sector. On the acceleration part, the prize went to Universidade de Coimbra, that developed a recycled rubber for thermal insulation of buildings. This was really interesting. It took 4 months to develop, and now the Universidade de Coimbra is being mentored by Decathlon for the next steps, how to turn this development, the research of the Universidade, into a product that is commercialized on the market. Regarding the open innovation itself, we have a very interesting case for the pilot. We had Infraestruturas de Portugal partnering with Gana and Farcimar, a startup that's based here in Aveiro, in order to develop a acoustic barrier for their railways connection. Why this was really important? Because this was an holistic approach of the value chain. Infraestruturas de Portugal had to invite to the development of this pilot also their construction services provider, Teixeira Duarte, and they had to work on a plan that could enable the pilot, not only because we are working with rubber, recycled rubber from tires, but also because there are safety standards that need to be met. We also have internal procedures, not only from Infraestruturas de Portugal, but also from Teixeira Duarte, that need to be somehow safeguarded when we are testing the pilot. The pilot is already running. It is a acoustic barrier from a railway connection between Évora and Évora Norte. For designing and development the pilot, we used 27 tons of recycled rubber from tires, and we have developed 127 meters of this acoustic barrier. This was all about collaboration, and this is where we understand the value of Next Lab and all the different interconnections that exist between companies. And this was really interesting here. We've understood that collaboration is the way through in a circular economy. And we've understood that being able to connect with different communities, with different companies that have this mindset, this circular mindset throughout all the extension of the value chain is what we really need to foster in order to bring circularity into life, into these new challenges that we have today. And so when we were designing the partnership for the year 3, this was really important for us. We have understood that it's really important to map all the different stakeholders of this value chain, but also to map cross-value chains that have an interest and could work with these new solutions that are being developed. How can a waste from a tire, an end-of-life tire, can be used in different value chains? How can we cross and lap the distance between tires and components like civil construction, textile, or other different uses that can be fostered from this initial product and raw material? And this is really important, and this is why today we are mapping the ecosystem. We are interviewing key stakeholders in these different value chains to understand what opportunities are out there for these new raw materials. We are also understanding which are the regulation constraints that exist, and also business cases successful that could be brought into this ecosystem mapping. Our aim here today, or this year, is to develop a tech hub that has end-of-life tires as a base for circular economy. And we are designing the roadmap in order to get there and to achieve this end result. It's really interesting for us to understand that when we are talking about tires, we are talking about journeys. And what we are doing here today, and what we are trying to aim here with this perspective and this partnership, is that tires don't have an end journey. We want them to be everywhere in this sense of creating value and adding value to the different value chains, and also to ecosystems and to a worldwide economy. And if you have any concern or question regarding our partnership, our next lab partnership, we would like you to invite to come to us, to BTI, to Valor Pneu, or to Ganan to get to know more details about the program. Thank you.